Bayern agree Sane deal, Hakimi signs on the dotted line, a better night for Ronaldo than for Messi, a transfer roundup, and this week's great debate all coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host Matt Froelich. You are the One Footballers and this is the Daily News. So first off, Bayern Munich have finally agreed a deal to sign Leroy Sane from Manchester City after one of the longest running transfer sagas in history. It seems to be all coming to an end as Leroy Sané is willing to put pen to paper on a deal worth £350,000 per week. This is far more than Manchester City wanted to offer him, so you can definitely see why he's made the switch. In the last year of his contract as well, for Man City to get around £55 million for the German international, well, that's a little bit plus add-ons, is actually quite a good deal. I mean, normally, if you look at a normal transfer market, one of the best left wingers in the world, age 23, you'd probably think that he'd go for a lot more, but such is the world we live in at the moment, and with the last year of his contract, the City have actually got a pretty good deal for this. Now, we spoke yesterday about Jack Grealish potentially coming in to fill the void, but I don't quite think that's going to happen. They do have Raheem Sterling out wide, as well as Bernardo Silva and Riyad Mahrez. If need be, Phil Foden might be able to play out there as well. Don't rule out Manchester City going in and buying a replacement for him, but it looks as though Sane will finally be completing his move as he's heading to Germany today to sign on the dotted line and complete his medical. And talking about signing on the dotted line, that is exactly what Achraf Hakimi did at Inter Milan yesterday as well. He flew to Italy for a medical, during which it turns out, according to the club doctors, he was in phenomenal shape, as well you can kind of tell from looking at the Moroccan's performances this season. He's played in 45 games, got 9 goals, 10 assists, and has been absolutely flying up and down the wing. Now, the reason I think he signed for Antonio Conte's Inter is because he really fits the system a lot better than anywhere else. Dortmund have been using him as a right wing back with 3 centre backs, but not for the whole season. I feel like it's more likely that Dortmund will change to another tactic rather than at Inter Milan, where the 3-5-2 is completely and utterly embedded into Antonio Conte's tactical plan. He'll be on one side, it looks like Ashley Young or someone else might be on the other, and I can really see Hakimi taking off at Inter Milan and becoming one of the best in the world if he isn't already. Alongside this, there's no way that at the moment Real Madrid are going to be switching to a back 3 with wing backs, so it kind of makes sense that he's going. For someone who's been on loan for the last 2 seasons at Dortmund and at Real Madrid, they've got cover in that position. Odriozola's returning to the side, they've got Dani Carvajal as well. Making 45 million euros off him isn't actually that bad a deal. The official confirmation of the deal will be happening apparently today, where he has signed a 5-year deal worth 5 million euros per season. But talking of Serie A, and Cristiano Ronaldo was at it again last night. 24 goals in 25 Serie A games this season means that Lazio are now 4 points behind again. Basically, they won earlier in the night to put the pressure on Juventus, but as I said, Ronaldo, Dybala and Douglas Costa managed to smash in 3 goals as Juventus won 3-1 over Genoa. This takes their league back to 4 points, and it really looks like Lazio aren't going to be able to stop them no matter how hard they try. The saving grace is that there's 9 games left. There's 27 points to play for, including the Juventus versus Lazio match, so things aren't over just yet. What it did mean though is that Cristiano Ronaldo has 726 career goals on a night where he was joined in the 700 club by Lionel Messi. A very cheeky Panenka penalty saw him put his side 2-1 up against Atletico Madrid, only to be pegged back by another penalty. There's been so much discussion on this channel in recent weeks about diving, about penalties and this and that. I can't believe there was 3 last night, and one of them was retaken. Anyway, Diego Costa misses, but thankfully Sal took the retake and the second penalty and made sure that Barcelona slipped up yet again in the race for the La Liga title. Things just don't seem to be going right at the Nou Camp at the moment, and they're going to get even worse, I'm assuming, on Thursday night as Real Madrid host Getafe. Now, Getafe are by no means an easy team to beat. Don't get it twisted. I just think in the form that Real Madrid are in at the moment, even if they don't play spectacularly, they're still winning games, and I can definitely see them picking up 3 points and extending their lead at the top to 4 points. Unlike Lazio and Juve, Real Madrid and Barcelona don't have each other to play, so they're solely relying on the rest of the league to try and trip the other one up. So next up in a quick roundup of the rest of the day's transfer news, where Juventus are still interested in bringing in Valencia winger Ferran Torres. Tottenham are hopeful of signing Southampton midfielder Pierre-Emile Højbjerg this summer. Arsenal and Roma have agreed to extend Henrik Mkhitaryan's loan deal until the end of the season, and Manchester United have apparently said they won't be paying any more than 50 million for Dortmund star Jadon Sancho. I mean, if you look at United's win last night at Brighton, where the likes of Rashford, Greenwood, and Martial, and Fernandes, and Pogba were all on absolute top form, can you imagine adding Jadon Sancho into the mix? I mean, they're 3 points off third now. Next season, they might be title contenders with that sort of squad. So last but not least, we come to this week's great debate. This is where the guys from the OneFootball newsroom pose a question to all of you guys. Now, you can find my answer and their answers in the relevant article in the brand new OneFootball app. And talking of brand new, that sort of dictates the question for this week. So with OneFootball rebranding and we've got a brand new logo, we want to know, what is the best club badge change in recent history? Now for me, when clubs change their badge, change their logo, crest, whatever you want to call it, I honestly don't think it's that interesting because they never make a massive change. But one change I'm actually glad for is Cardiff back in 2015. Now you're probably thinking, Matt, why on earth Cardiff? Well, for the 3 years before that, the owner thought it would be a good idea to change the colours of the club, the kit and the crest from blue to red, and it just did not suit. It just didn't feel right. Cardiff are literally called the Bluebirds. So why on earth were they changed to red? Anyway, it's obvious that fans didn't like it either, and a few years later, in 2015, they changed it back to blue. A nice blue crest with a bluebird on it, and the colour of the kit was changed, and everything just seemed right with the world. So there you have it. There is my answer to the great debate. You guys let me know yours in the comment section down below and your thoughts on the rest of today's daily news. Whilst you're at it, you can smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.